Do you believe in aliens? What they experience in our world? That they're communicating with us? And that they are experimenting with some segments to activate cosmic consciousness? It is one of the places where most of the rumors related to aliens are returned. Dulce base. Theories laid out are worth investigating in real terms. For some, even if they are a complete crazy shit. Dulce is a small town north of New Mexico. The most important feature of Dulce is the rumors that he keeps a deep secret under Archuleta Mesa. According to legend, this mystery is that terrible experiments are being conducted on humans and animals in government alien common biogenetic laboratories. According to those who live in that area, there are frequent shredded cattle around the area that is said to be the base. Some researchers even say that the fragmented cattle phenomenon is linked to UFOs. What happens to the region where you are infested? Indeed, frequent UFOs, dazzling lights and other weather phenomena are reported around Dulce. And broken cattle are also found in areas where UFOs are seen. It is unclear whether Paul Benovitz, a local UFO enthusiast, is the result of a disinformation campaign on Dulce base. Paul Benovitz had studied the case of New Mexico's Myrna Hansen, who was kidnapped by a UFO. According to Paul, Hansen was taken to an underground facility in 1980. Christa Tilto experienced lost time experience after being abducted by two small grey aliens who arrived in July 1987 on a spaceship. After Tilton was kidnapped, an underground tunnel was found where security cameras and computerized control points were located. Hansen was brought face to face with a computer screen. The computer was said to have reached the first level of a facility underground 7 times by the guide after he had issued him an ID card. According to Christa's assertion, he was down to the 5th cave in the underground, where he saw alien vehicles and small grey alien beings. Later, in a large room he was seen by computer-controlled indicators hanging in large tanks, and some large pipes coming out of the pipelines into the tank. His attention attracted a buzzing voice and formaldehyde odor. Tilton had the impression that this liquid was mixed in tanks. He did not show him the contents of the tank. Christa, when she was kidnapped, most of the things she witnessed then turned into pictures. Information on these mysterious tanks was again addressed in a controversial file called Dulce Papers. This file also had 30 black and white photographs of a Dulce underground facility and a video obint. According to the allegations, an official who worked as a security officer in Dulce released these papers out to 1979. At the end of 1979, Security Officer Thomas C. understood that he could not remain silent in the face of the terrible facts he had come across near the Dulce. The American government aliens heard and saw a lot of disturbing things in the common underground base. After a tough internal calculation, he left the committee and took many documents with him. With a small camera, it took more than 30 photographs of the underground multi-story complex. He also brought a number of documents and a security videotape at the control center. This band seemed to be laboratories, aliens and authorized personnel of the U.S. government. Thomas, who turned off the alarm and the camera system, came out of one of the face-outs. Thomas kept the original documents very well and then made 5 copies of each. Thomas had decided to hide, and for this purpose he had intended to take his wife and child from his home. Seeing him in front of his house while waiting for a minivan belonging to his government agents, Thomas was betrayed by a close friend. The agents said they would release Thomas's wife and child. provided they give back what they got from the premises. When he realized his family could be used in biological experiments, he decided to disappear. That was 10 years ago. How did Thomas get involved in such a secret plot? Now in his 50s, Thomas had studied top-secret photography at an underground facility in West Virginia in his mid-20s. He has been a top-secret photographer for the Air Force for 7 years. In 1971, he started working for Rand Corporation in Santa Monica, California. In 1977, he was transferred to Dulce facilities. He was going underground with his deep underground tube shuttle system. In the meantime, a security officer in Santa Fe, New Mexico was specially looking for UFO images, animal disintegration phenomena, and the activities of the Mason Wicca groups in the region. Humanoid creatures. A person who was a common friend of Thomas and his researcher came to Santa Fe in 1979 and visited both of them. The visitor also looked at the photos taken from Video Banda and Dulce base. Here are some pictures drawn so that the information that UFO researchers know as Dulce papers appeared. According to Thomas's assertion, the Dulce facilities had 18,000 short, grey. He also saw reptilian humanoids, human beings. At a colleague's house in Thomas, he came face to face with a 6-foot, 183 meters, creeping thing to the material. The reptilian race is usually spiritual beings in the fourth dimension, the vast majority of which are the most powerful and the worst human beings on Earth, with their minds under control and their brains destroyed. According to Thomas, the extraterrestrial androgynous, both male and female, double-sexed, and the emerging organism multiplied with parthenogenesis, i.e. spontaneously. It was a very valid form of reproductive polyembryony in Dulce. Each embryo was divided to reveal 6 or 9 individuals. Is the alien and human biotechnology used to serve humanity, or will it be used to control and dominate us? Why are abducted by UFOs used in genetic experiments? Thomas's breakup. What caused Thomas to leave Dulce was the people he saw in the 7th floor cages and asked for help from him. According to Thomas, thousands of humans, in turn, were kept in the cold air depots of alien hybrids and humanoid embryos. The aliens did not want Earth. No gold. No mains. Neither water, nor the things that people had. The only thing they wanted was the magnetic power of the Earth. The aliens were using this power in a way that we did not know. Yes. Thomas's story seems unbelievable, but it may be that they are only part of a real-life nightmare. Dulce has a lot of evidence that there are strange things. Did Thomas have an answer to that, too? More terrible truths may be hiding behind UFO images, kidnapping and animal smashing. A group of scientists recently doing drilling and computer analysis at the Archuleta Mesa have found that deep caves beneath Mesa. So, what is the scientific validity of all the descriptions? Though countless television shows, comic books and romans, the city of Dulce in New Mexico is about 5 kilometers. There is no evidence that the Archuleta Yuxicova, located in the north, is an underground base. It was also said that the Los Alamos National Laboratory, 130 kilometers away, had an underground train connection. It is commonplace to see the Archuleta Highlanders Google Earth imagery and see that there is nothing like it. Absolutely nothing like the detailed descriptions of Schneider, including surface buildings and radar installations.